Hello, everybody. Well, today I want to welcome you all to this chat. I have here with me Hans-Dieter Philipowski. Well, I have known Hans for a while now. We have chats sometimes around food safety, around these projects regarding the unfit. And we came to the conclusion that we should write something together. And so we did we did it in April article, and well, people enjoy a lot the article, and so I invited Hans to come here to join me in a conversation. Well, the idea today is that in 20 minutes we can chat a little bit about the topic of our article, know a little bit more about this project from Hans, and well, even try to watch a little bit a video that we have prepared for you. Let's see if technology help us to do that. Hans, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. And I will ask you first about your journey. Okay, why don't you share with us, with all this community, what it was your journey? How do you reach where you are now? So tell me a little bit about your history.
Yes, thank you, Nuno, at first for this invitation and the possibility to discuss with you on that. And thank you very much for the article, what you post on LinkedIn. I have seen there's a lot of traffic on this article, and that shows me that a lot of people from the industry and from other sides are completely interested in all your topics of food safety. Let me tell a little bit about my journey. Of course, my name is Hans-Dieter Philipowski. I'm born in Hamburg, in Germany, and I'm working long time as an engineer. Of course, I have studied on university in Hamburg, process engineering, and I was deeply involved in the design and construction work of cleaning stations. I have had my own company since I think 25 years, and I sold it out 6 years ago. Of course, to have more focus to other points in my association, what I founded together with other people. And I built a long time, nearly 25 years, cleaning stations worldwide. And when I understand more and more in my business that cleaning is a very important part of the supply chain, I saw that the real practice is completely different. Of course, industry is looking for quality, but on the other hand, they are looking for cheap price and transportation. And I understand more and more, depending to my work and in my discussion to logistic companies, to cleaning station owners, and to the industry, that there's a conflict. And that shows me that I should do something to change this kind of world. That was the beginning of my journey to food safety.
Right. Thank you for sharing. Then we decided to write the article, right, and or a blog, whatever we want to call it. And I have to tell you and share with everybody that I was a little bit impressed. I have worked 20 years in the industry now, but I was still a little bit impressed when you start to sharing me what was the raw reality, what was still happening in our days that we believe that this could be possible. Can you share a little bit more about this reality that you can see every day in transportation that maybe other people as myself don't know about it?
Yeah, that is the very important point, what you're saying, Nuno. Of course, a lot of people in the industry, they are responsible for quality management, for supply chain safety and other points, are not really involved what is going outside of their factories. And they got every day a lot of raw materials maybe into their factories during by transportation in silos or tank containers or trailers or IBC. And only a small amount of people knows very well what is going on in transportation. What is the reason for that? Of course, normally everybody is checking his factories or the factories of his business partners producing raw materials. But most of the people are not really realized that we have a physical transport from the raw material factories to the factories they are producing end products or consumer products. And that is the reason that nobody is really looking at that point. And on the other hand, there is another development in the last 25 years that shows that there are the logistic companies find their own way how to do these things together with cleaning station. And in this gap, I look forward to bring in Spotlight by our association ENFIT to show the people where are the risks, where are the gaps, and maybe some ideas how to make it better in the future.
Right. And well, and we wrote about that in the blog. So we focus more in the automatic cleaning, right? And we shared about the use of raising heads inserted in the manhole openings, right? And then the rotating nozzles use water at high pressure and temperature to remove incrustations. Well, these rotating nozzles, they take time to complete 360 rotation, but the number and rotations needed to fully empty a container of product residues depends on the initial contamination. Okay, so these were a little bit of some tips that we shared and knowledge that we shared inside the article. But these are other options. So people also clean manually, right? What are other solutions or common solutions that are challenge for the manual cleaning also?
I think it's very important, Nuno, that there is an understanding about what is a good or a proper cleaning in the cleaning station for a transport container. Of course, everybody knows how should be the cleaning in the factories. Of course, there's a real schedule of time. There's a procedure for process, different steps, maybe pre-wash, main wash, disinfection, and so on. And there's a lot of knowledge about it. But on the other hand, outside, when the logistic companies enters to cleaning station, almost everybody is pressed on cost. That means that for a cleaning is not so much time, there's not so much energy. And from our side, it's very important that cleaning stations, logistic companies, and the producers, of course, the producers gave the order to the logistic companies, that they should talk about the same things and have the same understandings. And that is very important. And then together with an automatic cleaning, with a handmade cleaning and so on, at the end of the day, you can only get a good result when you have a clear, definite standard. And not everybody is doing his own things, what he is thinking privately. Of course, it should be have a good rules, and that is the reason that we develop our new guideline for the world to show them how does it work and how can it be better in the future.
Sure, sure. And we have you have prepared a small video. I don't know when do you think this is the best place to share about it, but maybe now or later in this talk. What do you think?
No, we can share it now. Of course, I think not so many people from the factories have knowledge about what is the cleaning in the cleaning station for tankers or something like this. And I produced a small video from my last trip to one of our ENFIT members and a company. It's in Belgium, and maybe it's give them the watchers here, the viewers, maybe an idea how the cleaning works and give a better understanding. Yes, you can start with it.
Let's try. Let's see how technology help us with this. Let's see if it works okay.
Let's there should be something missed.
Yes, I think something went wrong here, but well, let me see if I can understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have here a real issue. Let me see how can I solve this problem.
That's real life, of course.
Yes, yes, that's only happening when we do these things live. But well, can you describe a little bit what we are seeing here until I try to figure out what's happening?
Yeah, yeah, I will tell, of course. Yes, it's, of course, it is one of the real cleaning stations. Of course, it's a little bit like a car wash station, but more focused to clean a tanker inside. And I give some impressions about of the entering of the trucks to those buildings, what the people have to do, and before they have to enter the office to make an announcement of the last loadings, what they have transported, so that the cleaning station get a better idea how to clean it. And then the workers, the cleaners in the cleaning stations, then they have to open at first manholes in to make an installation of the spraying heads, and then start a program. Of course, depending to the previous loads, there are different programs for the cleaning. I'm not really sure. Can you understand me, Mino?
Yes, yes, I can. I can. I think the problem is mostly solved, but unfortunately, I don't think we can see the rest of the video. So please, you can proceed explaining.
Yeah. And after this cleaning program, that should normally works for maybe for a fruit, something around 30 minutes to 1.5 hours for one tanker. There's a clear procedure. Yeah, there's a clear procedure of how to clean it inside with the automatic cleaning. On the other side, how to clean maybe the hose boxes, the pumps, the filters, air lines, and so on. And when you take all these different steps together and it has been done well in a proper manner, then tank cleaning can need something around 30 to 60 minutes. Or if you make maybe a kosher process or a halal process, then it needs 1.5 hours. And the point is behind normally by the pressure on the logistic companies to save money and to be cheap in transport, so they reduce the service for cleaning. But this is the very bad situation for the producers. Of course, the producer have an input of all these cross contaminations and maybe the bad service what has done with his transport containers, and that can be the reason for cross contamination with plastic granular, with salmonellas, and a lot of other stuffs. And that at the end means that the producer has a high risk for his recalls. And you know, if you have a recall, there's nothing below 1 million euro or something like that. And there are a lot of companies that paid millions of that to invest for the recalls. And my opinion is it should be make more sense to be focused on a really proper transportation and the proper cleaning.
Right, right. So Hans, we talk a little bit also about prerequisites, and well, and when we consider a cleaning station, as we were talking, cleaning stations should follow some of the similar approach like a factory regarding prerequisites. So they should have a design of the building, consider the design of the building. They should consider the materials to prevent contamination, to facilitate cleaning. Okay, drains. Right, rain should cope with water volume. That is also common when we talk about factories. Windows and ventilation should be secure, set screens, and so on. But what do you want to share? Any other examples that maybe are more specific for cleaning stations?
Yeah, of course, one point what you say, Nuno, is the buildings and all these things around. My experience about the market is, of course, I have a lot of experience in the last 25 years made on cleaning station is the first point is to train the staff. to show them what is to do, to train them in hygiene. Often they are simple workers, they have no understanding about that, and they have no knowledge about microbiological things or viruses or something like this. And that is one of the important points is at first you have to train your staff, you have to follow real procedures. That means a preparation, a pre-wash, a main wash, spilling, a drying, testing, and so on. And when you do all these things as we have developed in the NFIT guideline, then you're on a safe way. And that gives the protection for the industry. And I think that is a very important part.
Right, right. Well, maybe we can change gears and let's talk a little bit about the NFIT cleaning station certification, okay? How can the operators benefit from this kind of certification?
Yeah, of course, it's really to explain, of course, our focus is at first to make sure that the cleaning stations has a basic standard. A basic standard means in technology and technology means pressure, volume of water, temperature control, and all these things. The second part is that the cleaning stations should be well organized and should be under the regulation of the law and have been done all these points also. The third part is that we check the result of the cleaning, and that means that we have a three-step certification. One is the part of the audit. It's a big questionnaire about something around 600 questions, legal questions and organization questions. And then the second part is to check the technology. Is it possible to use this technology for a good result and the proper cleaning? And the third part is to train the staff and bring them to the knowledge what they need to do a proper work. That is the three-step certification. And this certification is done by our certification partner is DNV. They are working worldwide under the NFIT standards, and we develop these to bring to the market to a better quality.
Great. Okay. Okay. And so, well, if people may be interested in know more about this, so maybe you can share how people can connect with you if they have still any doubts, if they want to know more about this certification, how can they connect with you?
Yes, they can send us an email, they can call us. Of course, the email address is info@nfit.eu or my name, Philipowski, @nfit.eu. And we are open to everybody, of course. Maybe for you to know, these new guidelines, what we developed, we sent more than 1,600 copies in the world. Right. I think only awesome. The North Pole and the South Pole didn't ask for a request, of course. So we are very happy from Brazil, from Africa, from Ghana, from Iraq and Iran, from everywhere. And so we are very happy about this interest in the guideline. And we got back a lot of positive reaction that the people says, yeah, that is a basic to learn about these and to get a better situation for the factories and protect the producers. That is very important, I think.
Right, makes totally sense. And well, I think people will like to enjoy and will enjoy it. And well, they will for sure. They can contact you and reach you to talk more about this. So please do that, and so I will be happy to collaborate with you.
And maybe to one point, it's free of charge. Of course, we are not charging for that. Of course, we are interested that everybody knows that. That's very important.
Right, totally sense. Well, Hans, we are closing to our talk, but before I share with you my last questions, would you have any final message you'd like to share with the food safety professionals that are all over the world watching our conversation?
Yeah, of course. My announcement to all the viewers around the world is to be open about the transportation and the supply chain points, and look behind the corners, or maybe look backstage, not only on stage, looking more backstage. And if the viewers are interested, of course, we can help them. We are working for the next working groups, for the next guidelines for the transport of in refrigerated containers and and cooling trucks and so on. Of course, that is another very important topic. And we are absolutely interested to learn from other people and to bring the knowledge to the people on a very good manner. That is what we are focused on, what makes us happy, very.
Right, makes sense. Okay, and thank you again for your time. We are reaching now 20 minutes as planned, and so I will leave you. But before I will ask my last question, and if you had a magic wand and you could change one thing in food safety, what would you change or what would you ask for?
I will ask for a really transparent supply chain. That means that all steps in the supply chain, from loading, unloading, transportation, cleaning, food defense, disinfection, and traceability, that should be under real control of the industry, of course, to protect themselves against high cost of recalls. And I think that is a really important way. And we have developed those things for that. And we are open to share it with all the people they are interested in that. That is if I have this magic stick.
Okay. And thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure
Yes.
talking to you again. And well, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Everybody that are watching us, and again, see you soon. See you.
Yes, we can share the video on LinkedIn also, and everybody can click on that and can see the movie in total.
Yes, of course. Let's do that. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.